with the playoffs on the line. And we go to overtime in San Francisco. Back-to-back triples by James Harden. The Warriors season comes down to this. Buddy Hield, no good. Rebound Harden. And the Warriors will have to do it the hard way in the play-in tournament.
You know, our history of the play-in, we kind of just want to feel like what it's like to get through that and get into hopefully a series with Houston.
The fight to avoid the play-in in the Western Conference. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden showed up when the Clippers needed them the most against the Warriors. Here they are in the fourth. Leonard drives, nails a fadeaway again, gets it, drills a tough contested mid-range jump shot here. Leonard shot 12 for 18 for 31 points in the half court, had 33 points on the night. A couple possessions later, though, Clippers still down here by 4. Harden attacks the paint, makes the layup. Clippers down by 2. They would tie it to send it to overtime. We're there now. Game tied at 111. Chris Dunn finding Harden. He gets it done with the 3. Clippers up. Same score here. Harden again knocks down a contested 3 over Jimmy Buckets. Shot 9 for 18 for 21 points on contested field goals. The Beard was feeling himself, and so were the Clippers. They were up by 2. Harden driving. Puts up a floater. Butler gets called for goaltending, though. He can't believe it. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden combined for 72 points, 59% of Clippers total. Harden, 39 points, 10 assists. Clippers win 124-119. So the Western Conference playoffs are now set. While we knew entering Sunday that the Thunder, Rockets, and Lakers would be the top 3 seeds, the rest was up for grabs. The Timberwolves earned themselves the 6th seed and matchup with the Lakers, while the Nuggets and Clippers meet in the 4-5 matchup. Malika Andrews and the NBA Countdown crew got us ready for the big matchups.
After some exhilarating finishes on Sunday afternoon, the Western Conference is set, which means we know that in the 3-6 matchup here, it is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Everyone start queuing up your gifts of Rudy Gobert and Luka Doncic because we're going to get to see that matchup even if Luka is in a different uniform. What's this going to come down to?
I mean, when I look at this team and I look at the Lakers, they don't have a dominant center. So we're talking about a team that's really not going to go in the paint because we know Rudy is more of a defensive guy. So I think this is a game where it kind of plays into the Lakers' favor. I think you bring in Naz Reid, but that's also a switchable matchups. And we know Lakers have a lot of wing defenders. So I think this is a team that they can guard defensively.
Yeah, the Lakers really like going small, Perk.
They do because LeBron James could play the center position. Right, and especially in a series like this, is all about matchups. And when you look at a guy like Julius Randle, who has been playing some pretty damn good basketball this last part of the season, Lakers have the personnel to match up with him and take him out of the game. I just feel like, you know, Anthony Edwards, he's a problem, right? We all know that he's dangerous.
So good.
But so is Luka Doncic, right? And who's going to stop him for the Minnesota Timberwolves? I don't think the Lakers are going to sweep them. I don't think they're going to beat them at 5, but I do have the Lakers winning this series in 6 games.
That's how I feel. I think the Lakers in 6. I think that when you look at Minnesota, they've got some size, but they're not going to be able to utilize that with Rudy Gobert because the Lakers will be able to go small. As a result, he'll be a non-factor, as he has been in playoffs past, because when teams put smaller lineups in, it's difficult for him to adjust. This is what I love about this matchup. It's going to require a superstar performance from Anthony Edwards. Ant-Man is one of my top 2 favorite players in the entire NBA. I can't wait to see this brother. And here's the thing. Not only is this superstardom required for that reason, but also keep in mind who bounced him out last year in the Western Conference Finals, who put on a show in their house to do it. That would be Luka Doncic. You, Anthony Edwards, you got to answer the call. He's going to need help. He ain't going to get enough of it. But he has to show out, and I believe he will.
Well, now I know with the Lakers matchup, I'm also looking forward to Shannon Sharp, Timberwolf, Werewolf, whatever he is, it's going to be Lakers. Yeah, exactly. I'm very much looking forward to whatever that's going to be. The other thing that we know now is that the Golden State Warriors, Stephen A., they are in the play-in. They are 0-3 in play-in games. This time they're taking on here the Memphis Grizzlies. What are you going to be watching most closely?
No, I think that Memphis Grizzlies will fall because I think Golden State will know how to make shots and Memphis will not. That's my belief. No disrespect to them. I just don't think they're the shooters that Golden State is. But also, again, Draymond Green, you made a guarantee. This is playing to get to the playoffs. You made a guarantee.
I mean, once again, there's no dominant center. We're talking about Golden State, who has no center. So Memphis is not going to go inside. So they match up well with this team. So I'm going to
Golden State.
You think Golden State's going to get their first play-in win? Okay.
I'm going with Golden State as well, but that's a problem because they have a big in Jaren Jackson Jr., right? So why wouldn't they utilize that? We're talking about a guy that I know, but we're talking about a guy UD that made an All-Star team this year. And I'm just looking at, Memphis is still missing and searching for that Dylan Brooks type player that they've been missing since he left. So
4-6 in the last 10 games. They limping right now.
The one thing that we're going to, speaking of limping, though, the one thing that all of us are going to have to keep an eye on heading into Tuesday's game, Golden State just 2 days to turn this around. We saw Jimmy Butler banged up at the end of this game against the Clippers, and Steph Curry, his hand heavily wrapped here. We expect and hope they're all good to go, and everyone's going to get their best shot. Tuesday,
Guarantees.
The play-in begins.
Can't wait.
No, guarantees. Guarantees.
With a multitude of ramifications on the line, there's Kawhi and Steph. Flips lead the season series 3-zip. Under 4 to go. Warriors down 3. Steph's been dealing with a thumb injury, but he heats up late. Knocks that down, ties it at 103. Clippers then down 3. Kawhi. Contested by Draymond, no contest. Leonard had 33. Clippers within 1. Curry comes right back. Another triple. He led the NBA in threes made per game this season. Warriors by 4, but here comes the beard. James Harden putting it on the deck and getting to the rim. Clippers down by 2. A minute left in regulation. Chris Dunn to Ivica Zubac, who's been exceptional lately. He had 22 and 17. 15 straight double-doubles were tied. And then Kawhi, last seconds for the win. No, not really close. So we go overtime, tied at 111. In OT, Clippers by 3. Harden played 48 minutes over Jimmy Butler III. Harden, a game-high 39. Clippers by 6. Curry, not done. Comes peeling off the screen, knocks down another 3. He had 36. Warriors down 2. And then Harden throwing up the floater. Jimmy got it, but they called goaltending. They would review it and confirm. Yeah, that's goaltending. Clippers up by 4. Under a minute to go. Draymond finds Butler inside. Jimmy had 30. Clips would challenge the and 1. The foul call would actually be overturned. So Warriors still down 2. Next Clippers possession. Butler goes to contest Leonard's shot. Gets called for a travel. Leonard does, but Butler's shaken up. Kind of looks like knee to knee or knee to quad. Butler would stay in the game. Later says he'll be okay, but a little giddy up, a little hitch in the giddy up. And then 6 seconds left. Warriors down 3. Buddy Hield for the tie, and it won't go. Clippers win. First time there were 4 30-point scorers in the game on the last day of the regular season. Clips get the 5 seed. They'll play Denver. Warriors face the Grizzlies in the play-in.
All right, how about the Timberwolves hosting the Jazz? Anthony Edwards active Sunday after his 18th technical foul Friday was rescinded by the NBA. T-Wolves up by 1. Nickeil Alexander-Walker swipes it, finds Anthony Edwards right away. Ant-Man putting on the cape, takes it in for the slam. Timberwolves again on the break. Naz Reid passes it down court to Edwards. Edwards finding Reid again, flying in for the jam. Timberwolves up by 9. Edwards to Julius Randle. Randle kicks it back out to Edwards. He cans the triple. Edwards again. Triple night. Why not? Another one for him. 90-77 for the T-Wolves to end the third. We're in the fourth now. Alexander-Walker again swings it to Edwards in the corner. Step back 3 plus the foul. He was really on one. Timberwolves up 113-95 after the made free throw. He was feeling himself. We'll tell you about his threes here in a second because the Timberwolves still up. Alexander-Walker kicks to Edwards on the wing. Another triple. With that 3, Edwards passes Malik Beasley for most threes in the NBA season with 320. T-Wolves win 116-105, clinching a playoff spot. And with that, the Western Conference playoffs are now set. While we knew entering Sunday that the Thunder, Rockets, and Lakers would be the top 3 seeds, the rest was all up for grabs. The Timberwolves earned themselves the 6th seed and match up with the Lakers, while the Nuggets and Clippers meet in the 4th.